You're on the phone. You're on the phone. You're on the phone with Amanda and Ash. Did you say Ash?
I said Ash.
Oh.
Hello?
Hi, Mandy.
Ew, what? I hate that. Never again.
I know. I'm so sorry. The other day I realized I was like high and I was like, what if I called Amanda Mandy? And then it grossed me out. Then I was like, I got to do it on the pod
Well,
because it'll be a good reaction.
you would be like all of my college friends who I let call me Mandy, but I'm not happy about it.
Your college friends called you Mandy?
Yes, I love them all dearly, but there were two Amandas my freshman year of college, and they thought it would be funny to call me Mandy because I seemed least like the Mandy.
Oh my God. So for all of college, they called you Mandy?
Yeah, you'll know who. Don't you have that with your group of friends? I could like
Yeah.
each group of
Everyone who
friends
calls me Perez was in college.
Yeah, each group of friends, you could tell where I know them from based on what they call me.
Wow. Wow. Well, we hate Mandy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we love Mandy more, but we hate Mandy, the name.
That for you.
Yes,
Specifically for you.
me.
We don't hate any Mandys.
Look,
it's just for you.
We love a Mandy Patinkin, but
Oh, sure.
we hate a
Mandy Moore.
For me.
What if we called you to Mandy?
No, still don't. I don't know if I come off as somebody who, and like, this is no offense to your dead name, but I don't know if I come off as somebody with a Y at the end of their name.
Yeah, I totally get that. You're not a Y girly.
No, I do ask a lot of questions, so I should be a Y girly, but like, I don't know.
But not in that way.
I just woke up from a nap. Hey, we should start the podcast.
Hey, that's my cue. I was about to do it after you finish this thought. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of On the Phone with Ash and Amanda. I'm Ash.
I'm Amanda, and you're on the phone with us right now.
Woo, woo.
Did I just sound drunk?
Yeah, I mean, I have allergies, so I'm going to sound something.
Drunk
You
and
sound
sick.
drunk. I have drunken allergies. That should be our like Dyke and Fats on SNL.
Drunken allergies.
Drunken allergies. How's your nap?
It was good. It was.
What are we talking? Like 20 minutes, 35, an hour and a half?
It was like a 30-minute nap.
That's a perfect amount. And
I like woke up halfway through because I was aware that my dog was going back and forth between my bedroom and the office.
Oh, sure.
And then when I woke up, I realized that Fiona was asleep in the office, and I was like, "Oh, that's why she's been going back and forth."
She doesn't know where to go.
She's like, "Everyone's asleep. What's happening?" It's
were
middle
you
of day.
napping on the couch or were you napping in the bed?
I was on top of the bed.
I like a couch nap. A bed nap is confusing for my body.
Okay, but that's why. But like on top of the sheets, not under the sheets.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not insane.
You're not insane. Mandy would take a nap under the sheets in the middle of the day, but not Amanda.
Should I just make Mandy my alternate ego, my alter ego?
Your straight alter ego
is Mandy.
Who's my straight alter ego? Well, probably my dead name. No, I gotta have a straight guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a dude
though. Ashton.
Bash.
Oh my God. Yeah, and he just he lifts so much, but he can't use his muscles. Really, you guys, we're gonna choose to play in the blinds right now, cats?
I thought you were still going with this bit, but now I understand what's happening.
No, it's all of my cats are playing in the blinds right now. What's up? How are you?
I'm good. You've been gone at camp.
I've been gone. So many people who are listening to this episode are going to be like, wait, didn't he just get back from camp twice already? I've been at camp 3 times this summer, and I think insanely I'm going to add another camp next summer.
Oh, what kind?
There's a trans camp for Asian guys, like a trans Asian meetup conference, which I know what you're thinking. That's so specific.
It is.
But I did have one thing I wanted to talk about this time was like for the first time at my Camp Lost Boys, this was the one in Portland. I went to the Men of Color space. So they have like a decompression space for men of color just because, multiple layers of oppression or whatever. And before I've never used it, but this time I was like, you know what? I should like use that space. I've never gone to they've had different like affinity group chats for like Latino men and for Asian men. And I've never gone to either of them because I always kind of feel like I'm not enough of either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's been a problem because I'm not even like bilingual or biracial. I'm triracial. So I just feel a lot of like, what am I? But I went this time and used the Men of Color space and was like, it was really profound. And I think that's like the next piece of my healing. I did like early child trauma work and like neurodivergent stuff. And now I feel like it's time to heal the person of color within or without.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I didn't know that you didn't really think of yourself that way.
Yeah, I think I feel the most Cuban because my Cuban family like very much like maintain that culture and speak Spanish. My Korean side of the family is basically my Cuban side of the family because my abuela was born in Cuba, but she's 100% Korean.
Okay.
And then my Filipino side of the family, which is my mom's side, which I'm technically like 50% Filipino, is I don't want to say whitewashed, but kind of whitewashed, like just not as much. Filipino culture in general tends to be one of two ways. You're either like really deep in the culture and everyone you know is Filipino, or you're kind of like Filipino light. And I feel like my cousins don't speak Tagalog, my aunts do. And like aside from the food, I don't feel like as attached to that culture.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that always made me feel weird because outwardly I look Asian, but I feel the most Latin.
Sure.
So yeah, that's my new discovery. But yes, I'm back from camp again, and I'm ready to be done with going to camp this summer.
You've been traveling so much.
I know. I keep packing the same bag over and over again, and it feels like Groundhog's Day.
Just so much wilderness.
Literally, I like come home and they're all like slightly different temperatures of wilderness. One was like colder and then the other one was in the desert and then this one was in the Pacific Northwest, but it was still hot. So I'm like, I've been very disoriented, but great summer overall. And I love going to camps. Like I feel like they really keep me going energetically for the rest of the year.
Nice. Is that why you have allergies? Because you've just been bouncing back and forth between temperatures?
I think so. Like honestly, I've just been outside and I'm allergic to everything. And then I come home and I'm allergic to my 3 cats. So it's the other thing that's been happening as you know, it's hot as balls in LA right now. Yes. And so we've been running our air conditioning, which I'm very grateful that we have air conditioning, but I think it's causing a lot of stuff to filter. And so I just changed the air filter because it was like pretty clogged up.
Oh, fair. Are you? Yeah. This is a conversation that I just had. I think I know the answer to it. Were you an outdoor kid or an indoor kid?
Oh, that's a good question. I remember both, honestly. When I think what happened was that we got the internet like everybody else, and I became an indoor kid. But like pre-internet, we lived on a cul-de-sac, and so I was outside a lot more.
Yeah,
and we had like a little playground outside at the end of our cul-de-sac, so I would like ride my bike over there and play. And when we lived in an apartment, when I was a kid, I think until like kindergarten or maybe second grade, the apartment's small, so we would go to we would just like hang around the complex. So I do remember being like an outside kid, but now I'm firmly like an inside kid.
Same. I was absolutely an outdoor kid, and now I'm an inside kid.
What did you do outdoors? Like, I was always biking, basically.
Yeah, it was like a combination of, because I grew up in Lakewood, Ohio, which like is like kind of a suburb of Cleveland, but not in like the suburb way that people think of suburbia.
Oh, what does that mean?
Like it was, I'm trying to think of it's like a residential area. It would be like the equivalent of a residential area of like Los Feliz.
Oh, more neighborhoody than like suburb, meaning.
Yeah, it was like streets of houses, but the houses were only separated by driveways.
Oh,
like that's how
okay.
close they were.
You're not talking like everyone's on a quarter acre or an acre of land type of suburbs. Got it.
Yeah. So I would be out and I would be playing in the backyard, or I'd be playing in a neighbor's backyard, or we would be playing on the railroad tracks because, children.
Doesn't that seem so crazy now? Like, do children even know how to like do any of that?
I don't know. Like we would ride our bikes up and down the street, and you had to be back in by either when the street lights went on, or we had a church nearby that would ring the bells at 6 p.m. every day.
Oh, wow. It literally sounds like you're talking about the 1950s.
Nope, just pre-cell phones and everything.
Oh, man. I really, did you see that article, speaking of summer camps? Like, it's relevant to what we're talking about now, but there's an article about how, like, adults are going to summer camps to make friends and to, like, be away from their electronics and stuff.
I didn't read that article, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like we are devoid of that, and it's so fun. Like, this camp, unlike the others, like truly has no service, and even if you had the Wi-Fi password, it's like barely accessible. So I could not watch the Sparks, I couldn't play Pokemon, I couldn't go on Reddit. I realized a lot of my like relaxation now, even though I've tried to get off like Instagram, is still very, very internet based.
Sure.
And but then like I learned how to play spades. Like I learned how to play several card games, and I made this art project that was like, I used little pieces of fabric to like make a painting, and it kind of looks like a watercolor. But I was like, oh my God, like hobbies.
Remember hobbies?
Remember hobbies?
Crazy.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I did notice, this camp had a lot of younger and older people, so there weren't as many millennials. It was like a bigger concentration of Gen Z and a bigger concentration of Gen X and like boomers, which is so cool in the trans like community. You don't see your elders very often.
Right.
But the Gen Zers, I noticed like a big huge difference in like their eye contact and their ability to talk in normal sentences and not just speaking internet at each other.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is what happens when you don't have any outside time.
Yeah. Honestly, I would probably pay to go to like camp. I don't know if I would want to go for like more than a week.
Oh yeah, I think most people are doing like long weekends. Like this camp is over Labor Day weekend, so it's like 4 days.
Yeah, I would do that if I could go and like,
there's a theater camp. They opened an adult theater camp.
Oh no.
Yeah. Literally for theater kids who used to go to theater camp and want just that group experience again.
I hate how much that excited me.
Listen, I would go with you, like 100%.
Let's all go to theater camp.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. It sounds fun. I would have to get over some of my remaining anxiety about theater, but that would be great.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about camp. What do you mean about theater? What anxiety do you have about theater?
I don't know. I used to do a lot of theater, and now I have a little bit of anxiety about it. It's something that I've been working through.
You mean like riding the old bike type of thing?
Yeah, it's like intrusive thoughts sometimes come in and like start to fuck with you on stage and
sure. Is the fear that you won't be able to do what you were able to do before, or that like, because I get that, like if you haven't practiced a skill in a while, it is like, wait, can I even do this?
Yeah, it's that. It's oh, where did my brain just go?
Oh, intrusive thought it away.
Yep, it's gone. My brain left. I don't know. There's a little bit of anxiety around it, and I do want to get back into it though. So it's me battling my own demons.
Oh, like K-pop Demon Hunters,
which I still need to watch.
You haven't watched it yet? It
No.
is so good. Oh my God, it is so good.
I want to. We've just gotten really into some crazy documentaries.
Oh, please not the Bling Ring again.
No.
What documentaries have you been watching?
Yesterday we watched the Unknown Number high school catfish one that just came out on Netflix. And I'm not going to give anything away because both me and Fiona went into it knowing who the catfish was because the internet gave it away.
And it wasn't as fun.
No, it was. It actually seemed more insane when you know who it is going in.
Oh, really? Because you're like, wait, how is it going to end up being this person?
No, it's more like, how is this person doing this?
Oh, interesting.
Also, why did this person agree to be in the documentary?
Oh, well, because they've got to be like sociopathic or narcissistic.
Yeah. That's the only way. I was like, they're
just
getting
like the
B-roll
the Firefest guy.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today? So I had on my list a very random list of topics, including decorating as an adult, Rasputin from Anastasia.
Wild. Okay.
and special interests. And then I've been recording my audiobook or audio original for Simon & Schuster, Speak Now, the rom-com. So I thought we could talk about that a little.
Oh, did they announce that yet?
No, this is kind of like a pre-announcement.
Whoa, people are getting it. So you don't want to mention who's cast then, do you?
Yeah, no, but it's exciting. Like I think it's a good reveal to like talk about the plot and what it is, but like we don't have to talk about who was cast yet. That can be on another day reveal.
Yeah, let's talk about. I kind of wish Kirsten was on this call because I did want to talk about the like pivot both of you managed to do while everything has been slow.
Oh, interesting. Well, we do have to test the call, but we can do my side and then we'll bring Kirsten on to talk about her forthcoming book.
Yes, which you can pre-order. It's called A Good Person?
Yeah, A Good Person, and I think what's the code? Is it Good Person 25 or pre-order 25 on Instagram? I just saw.
Yeah, but that's only for the next 2 days. I don't think that's going to apply by the time this comes out.
Okay, never mind. But you can still pre-order Kirsten's book.
Yeah, pre-order Kirsten's book. It's going to be wild. I haven't gotten to read it yet, but I know what it's about.
Yes, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be like I feel like Kirsten was like born to be an author.
Yeah, I think she's really good. I think this was an incredible pivot.
Yes. Okay. So for the context on what you were talking about pivoting during the, I was going to say pandemic, no, other thing that happened and affected all of us in the industry, the strike, during the writer's strike. And while things have kind of been slowing down and getting weird in the entertainment industry, Kirsten wrote a book, and I was contacted by Simon & Schuster to see, which I think was brilliant. Somebody at Simon & Schuster realized like, okay, we want to do these audio originals, which is like, it's essentially an audiobook, but acted out with a full cast, but it's
like a radio play.
A radio play, yes. It's like War of the Worlds type of thing. And somebody at Simon Schuster had the brilliant idea of like, okay, we need stories, but it needs to be in this very specific format. Who's not working right now? And started reaching out to like TV and film writers during the strike. Mm-hmm. And I was one of the people, oh my God, squid. I was one of the people that they reached out to. And an idea that I've been working on forever, which is like a queer, my best friend's wedding. It's called Speak Now, has come to life after 2 years. So I've been writing it and readapting it for the last like 2 years, and we're finally recording it, and it's going to come out next year.
Ooh, wait, when next year? Do you know?
I believe we're circling around like March or April.
Okay,
That's not for sure yet.
Getting close to wedding season, that makes sense.
And like a little bit of like maybe a spring break type of listen.
Oh, sure. That's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So basically the synopsis, which I don't have down pat because it's been a while since I had to pitch it, but it's two girls who were high school friends who like had a crush on each other but didn't like really acknowledge it. They go on a road trip up to college, they kiss, and then they never talk about it again, and they like it's awkward and aren't friends. And then 10 years later, one of them becomes like a famous chef and ends up catering the other one's wedding.
That's juicy as fuck.
Juicy.
I was gonna say, could you say that it's inspired by true events, but truly only the road trip thing is what I mean.
Yes, the road trip is partially inspired by true events. There's also some hints of like, honestly, looking back, like the girl, one of the main girls is very kind of like Christine coded, which she knows.
Yeah.
And but there, I will say it's true to life in that this is all the yearning that I did as a young lesbian, and it's finally put into this like rom-com, which I'm so excited for.
I hope that we have seen some stuff make it from scripted podcast to like video film before.
Yes, and I think this would be a great movie. So I'm hoping. That's kind of why I want to start talking about it now, because I want to get like people excited and the people listening. And I think the past couple of years I haven't done a very good job about talking about the things that I've done, and I'm really proud of this, like work wise. And I'm co-directing it.
Oh, wait, I don't think I knew that. That's
cool. Yeah, I'm co-directing it, which is really fun. And next week, when we announce the big talent that we got, like you'll know even more why that's super fun. But like next week, we're going to start recording with the main leads. We've been doing like the side parts, which has been super fun. But yeah, it's like, and then I get to work on, and I wrote the whole thing for audio. So like, it's just really cool to work in a completely different medium than
for sure
film and script. And it's a lot more autonomous. Like it's like working with, whereas television, you're pitching to the producers and then the network or the studio and then the network. And there's so many notes that you're going through and then the actors read it. It's like the thing with books and with audiobooks is like, you really only go through like your editor and that's it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more sense of like ownership, which is cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's exciting.
Very exciting. So be on the look for Speak Now coming 2026.
I'll just ask you off the phone call because I remember you guys were circling around talent, but I didn't know if you landed on anybody.
Yes, I'll give you the updates off the call. But so that's like my work update, and it's crazy. It's like I can't believe it's September. Like it's the end of the year.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I had so many plans for this year that have not happened.
Oh yeah, same. I'm like, what do I do every year, and why do I even try to do these things?
I was like, man, January, I was talking a big game.
What things did you want to do in January that you are like, oh, maybe I could still do that? Or is it just like, you know what, I'm going to start over again in 2026?
In January, I was pitching to people
Oh, whoops.
Did you just try to FaceTime me?
Yeah, but not on purpose.
Oops. Oh, okay. It's still recording. We're fine.
Good.
In January, I was pitching to people that I was going to be doing the Western.
Oh, and you were like determined to film it.
this year,
and like do the whole but you have worked on it and written it, the pilot.
I mean, for the most part, but I got so stuck on it that I haven't finished the pilot.
That's true.
And I'm honestly still kind of stuck, so I haven't really cracked that yet.
You know what? I feel like I am learning that with writing, we still have a long time to have a long career, and that a lot of stuff, like the idea is there, but it takes time to form, and like things have to happen in your life in order to like apply them to your characters and stuff. You know, like I started working on Speak Now, I don't know, like 6 years ago, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it took a while, and it took like, I think I wrote like 3 completely different versions of it before we landed on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, because it's gonna be something that I want to produce, and it's gonna be something that's so big and would cost a lot of money. I'm not gonna
rush it.
Exactly.
What has happened this year that you didn't think was going to happen that you're excited about?
Going to Italy.
Yeah, that's great. Like, did you have big trip? Were you like, oh, I want to do a big trip this year, or that kind of just happened?
No, that kind of just happened because I didn't really think that it was feasible until Fiona sat me down and was like, this is what we need. This is what we can do. And I was like, oh, I can save up that much money.
That's so exciting. And also, I feel like the build up to your Italy trip, people have been hearing about it for like a month now.
Truly, more than I feel like at this point.
When it actually happens, it's going to be like, whoa.
Yeah. And we're going to Vegas this weekend. So.
Oh, for who you're going to an Aces game, right?
Yeah.
Who are they playing against? I can't remember.
Chicago.
Oh, that'll be good because Angel Reese is back.
Yeah. Although, who knows if she's going to stick around Chicago, since she just gave that interview where she was like, we need to get it together. We need some good players.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kelsey Plum gave that interview. You were there when she was like, we need to play some fucking defense. So yeah. I could see them getting frustrated, but I forget. I'm like, it's just a game, but it's like, no, they're professional athletes.
These are their
what they
careers.
Get paid for. This is their like career and what they're doing with their lives.
Yeah. Well, Angel Reese though is like, goddamn, she's so smart. She's apparently in a movie now. Like, got a small part in a Netflix movie. She works harder than any other rookie in this class.
Yeah, you really gotta be doing it all.
Yeah, but I think she also graduated with a business degree, and so it makes sense.
Oh,
because
yeah,
she's like, she's working for like retirement already. Like, she knows that in basketball, in sports, nothing is guaranteed.
Who do we want to get a shoe deal next? Because we have so far, Sabrina has a shoe. Caitlin Clark is a shoe that's going to come out. Asia obviously has a shoe, and then I think that's it. Like, Kelsey Plum doesn't have her own shoe.
Yeah, she does.
No, she doesn't have. She has like a version of her. She doesn't have like the Kelsey Plum ones or anything.
The Under Armour.
She works with Under Armour and has like a Kelsey Plum version of a shoe, but she doesn't have like Jordans.
Well, Angel has a shoe.
Oh, Angel, that's the 4. So then those are the 4. I saw a post comparing all their logos the other day.
Did you mention Stewie?
Yeah, Stewie, Sabrina, Angel, and Caitlin Clark and Asia.
Sure, yes.
That's 5. I think one of those isn't there yet. But anyway, who do you want to have a shoe?
I don't know, because I just want the Sabrinas.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
That's what I'm trying to, because I'm going to get new tennis shoes before traveling.
And
that's what I'm going to go try to get, are not the ones that just came out, but I think we're on to Sabrina 3s.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go try to get Sabrina 2s.
I would wear a Cam Brink shoe, a Rakia Jackson shoe, or a Hamby shoe.
Yeah. I will say, I truly never understood sneakerheads until I started to pay attention to basketball.
Dude, and I also really want to get this Switch so that I can play NBA 2K16 because it has the WNBA players. And I'm like, I also thought it was dumb that, like, why would you play a video game where you're fake playing basketball as someone? But now I'm like, it'd be fun to draft my own fantasy team and play.
Also, I like just to point it out, it's 2K26.
What did I say?
2K16.
Oh, Lord. Wow. Oh my God. I'm old enough that I can just be off by a decade.
And be like, yep, still around the same time.
Yeah. You know what? I think all of our brains are in 2K16.
Yeah. Oh, do we want to be?
Well, obviously pre-Nightmare Man.
Yes.
Who seems like he's coming towards his death, which is great.
I wasn't gonna say it, but there are so many posts on Reddit that are just like pictures of like champagne or like expensive scotch, and all the post is for when it happens. And everybody knows what they're talking about.
Oh my God. I also like that he had to have a press conference to be like, I'm alive, and then he was 40 minutes late to that press conference.
I didn't know that.
Not a great timing for my I'm alive press conference. But then I saw
pulls up and he's like, no, it's not for me, I swear.
Seriously, I just saw I guess China had a military parade, and like clearly it was, all the top comments were like, Trump must be so jealous because it was like a legit dictator military parade and not like the crazy crappy one that we had
with the squeaky tanks.
Yeah, with the squeaky tanks and empty bleachers.
Yes.
And people in like Revolutionary War outfits. How embarrassing. Like, don't have a military parade unless you can have one, you know?
Yeah.
But there were some hot mics on Putin and Xi Jinping, and they were talking about mortality and how like you can live a long time. And I'm like, of course, the only thing dictators are afraid of is that they're gonna die.
Yeah.
And they're like, we could get our organs replaced. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're in real late stage.
I can see Putin being the kind of person who's like trying to find the fountain of youth.
Yeah, cryogenically frozen somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they're all trying to find the fountain of youth. My dad actually wrote this. He had this idea for this movie about billionaires trying to find the fountain of youth. I won't give away like where they find it, but it was actually really good. I was like, that's a great idea. Yeah. Maybe I'll write it for him one day.
I mean, it makes sense. Look at Elon Musk now compared to 10 years ago.
Yeah, or that fucking weird guy, the one who's using his own son's like blood cells to live forever. You know that guy? He's trying to age backwards.
No.
And yes, oh my God. And he's like the palest, weirdest looking white guy. And it's so funny because he was overdoing it so much that he started getting this weird like coloring to his skin, and everyone's like, you look bad. So now he's like spray tanning, which is just so funny.
Wow. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, I need to look up his name so you can watch something on it because it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I would honestly somewhat... Okay, I don't respect billionaires.
Yeah.
But I would a little bit understand more why you would need $1 billion if you thought that you were going to live forever.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to have their money for like the next 200 years.
Yeah. But but like otherwise, then what the fuck is, like, you don't need that much money. You're not going to live long enough to spend it.
I just love the idea that you're still a dork and a billionaire. Like, Elon Musk will never be able to buy himself a sense of humor, which is incredible.
Or the ability to be cool in any way.
Exactly, which is just like so beautiful, you know? Like, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you're a loser.
Nerd. Elon Musk is a nerd. Derogatorily.
Yes, because there's absolutely good nerds.
I know. Me and Fiona are nerds for sure.
That's true. Okay, shall we talk about Rasputin?
Is a sentence I never thought I would hear. But yeah, I guess.
Christine and I went to the library yesterday on like a little date to like go look around the library and pick things out because, as she put it, it's a free dopamine rush because it feels like you're buying stuff, but you're not.
Sure.
And I didn't have a plan. Like she had certain books that she wanted to get, and I was like, oh, I actually love like I used to love going to Barnes and Noble and just like looking around the bookstore, or when I was studying at the Pepperdine Library, I would do that instead of actually studying. I would just go look up. I checked out this book about lesbians because I was like, oh, I'm just interested historically in lesbians.
At the Pepperdine?
Yeah, at the Pepperdine Library. I'm surprised they even had it. But another book that I checked out at the Pepperdine Library when I was snooping around was something about Rasputin, because I have had a strange special interest in Rasputin since I was a child.
Hang on. Before we go too deep into that, what was the book about lesbians?
Oh, it was called like The Moonlight Girls or Moonlight Love. It was something really interesting. It was like a sociology book about, I think it was called Moonlight Girls, like women, how lesbianism has been prevalent in American society throughout history, but like in disguise, basically.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, I know something about hiding.
Exactly. I mean, that's like the number before there was Google and being able to Google like a BuzzFeed quiz of am I gay, there was checking out books at the library about the sociological topic of lesbianism.
Yes.
At your Christian library.
Very normal things.
Yep.
Just for research.
Just for research, just because I'm interested in science.
Yeah. Yeah. The
anthropology
science of lesbianism.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely was Moonlight something. But Rasputin, special interest. I am the other thing we haven't talked about, I'm officially gonna get I started my therapy like specific for like neurodivergence. I found a new therapist for that, and then I'm also getting evaluated for autism at the same time. And I think a sentence that I can tell them is about my long-running special interest in Rasputin.
That could definitely help doctors a little.
It could sway them one way. Okay, so here's the thing that I realized. I watched Anastasia as a child, which I also watched today with Christine, and it's a banger. It's so good. But I remember watching Anastasia and being like, oh, Anastasia's happy. And then my dad being like, well, that didn't happen to her in real life. Like, they actually don't know it happened to her. And then it blowing my mind that she was real. And then I was like, but Rasputin's not real, right? Because I was like scared of him. And my dad was like, he was real. And I just like, I remember as like a 9-year-old, like going to our encyclopedia and looking it up because I did not believe my dad. And then first it like blew my mind. There's so much myth around him and like his whole, like people tried to kill him several times. There's like questions about whether he like was satanic or if he could heal people, like a bunch of crazy shit. And I think ever since my childhood, it's just blown my mind. And then I remember finding a book at Pepperdine and reading it, and it was real juicy. And then I just found one at the library yesterday, and I was like, yep, I'm going to do this.
Going back in for Rasputin?
Going back in round 2, and it is crazy. The thing that I learned that I didn't want to know is that he had supposedly a 13-inch dick.
Okay, well, that sounds like a myth.
You would think, but it seems to have been confirmed by a lot of people. Also, there is a penis in a glass vial on display in some museum that is purportedly his penis, and it's huge. Yes, and it's crazy because it's not just the penis; it's like a little bit of the pubic area. I don't know how they got this, and whether it's his penis or not, it's someone's penis.
Oh God! I know. There's no bone in there, right?
No, it's just the material, but then it's a little horrifying. Christine didn't know anything about Rasputin, and then I was telling her, and she's like, "Wow, it's actually pretty interesting." Not the penis part, but
yeah, please.
Um, I'm so sorry. I learned this against my will, and now I'm going to know it always. And it's going to be so hard because if anyone ever brings him up, I'm going to have to hold back saying, he had a 13-inch dick.
I just can't wait for the day in which that information becomes useful to you.
Oh my! I'm going to win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Which large dick vizier?
Rasputin was reported to have a very large dick. Was it 10 inches? B, 11 inches?
I don't know why I'm so interested. And then, okay, but here's what I've summed up. My special interest, because I'm other things I'm interested in: caves, Roanoke Island, Egypt, anything that is a mystery, like an unsolved mystery, I think blows my mind.
I thought for a second these were all related to Rasputin.
Well, they kind of are. It's like things that I learned about in my youth that had some sense of mystery to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I realized that there were 200-foot caves below the ground, I was like, what do you mean? That's not possible. And then when I realized that there were tombs that weren't discovered, I was like, whoa, that's amazing. And then when I realized that there's a lot of myth around Anastasia and if someone found her, and then same around Rasputin, I was like, whoa, that's something I'll always remember. So I think that's the common, and Roanoke Island. Do you know the story of Roanoke Island?
I don't.
Okay, it was this colony I think it was in Virginia.
Wait, was this
the one that everybody disappeared?
Oh, yep. I have heard about that.
Yeah, and they didn't find their bodies.
For the listeners, because wasn't the theory with just I don't know, maybe they left.
So there was a theory. So basically, there was an island that colonizers in New England settled on, but then and there was a settlement of 200 or 300 people and Native Americans, and then nobody was found on the island, and they just disappeared, and there were no bones and no no signs of what happened to them. Perfect for a creepy horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the theory is obviously that something, it was the 1700s, so it was probably just the fucking flu. They all got it and died,
Mm-hmm.
But then where are their bones? The other theory, like you said, is that they all just left, but why would they all just leave with no record? Anyway, this blew my mind as a child, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to spend my lunch period figuring out what happened to the people of Roanoke Island.
Do you think, okay, so what are some time periods you gravitate towards?
So there's a lot, actually. I love another time periods are the Crusades,
Sure.
Russia during the Revolution, Japan in the post-feudal period. I love English history. I love Scotland in the 1700s. Kind of all over. And then ancient Egypt. I love ancient, world history was my favorite subject in high school.
Mm-hmm. Because I feel like there's always this theory going around that the period that you gravitate towards might be a period in which you lived.
Oh, I could see that. A lot of mine is 1800s.
Yeah, because mine is the 1950s, the Old West, and then medieval times.
Uh-huh.
So
I could see you living in all of those.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it all depends on if one were to believe in reincarnation.
I think the most likely reincarnation for me is that I was Celtic in another life, because I have a very visceral reaction to the myths and the music. When I listen to it, I feel like I've heard it before. It makes me deeply emotional. Yeah.
One of my favorite, and this is kind of a hyper focus of mine.
Yep.
Is the stories of people who talk to their children before the age of 4 who are I had a past life.
Yes.
I used to fly in the army, and I'm
Yes, and they speak in as adults. Yes. They have a demeanor of an 80-year-old.
And they're like, because I actually just saw one of those videos recently on TikTok
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
she was like, the mother was like, my 3-year-old doesn't want to go to school because he said he's already done school and he doesn't need to do it again.
Yes.
It's like,
there's ones that are really creepy where they remember, like, they'll be like, oh, I remember in Russia or something. And then the parent will look it up and they're like American kids and they're fucking right.
there's the one where the son was like, yeah, I crashed my plane during like a war and like pointed to like where it crashed on like a map or like something. Like they found they found a plane there. Like it was like something like crazy.
See, that's fucking nuts. And like, why would a little kid even make that up?
Yeah.
It
How?
reminds me of the show The OA. Did you ever watch that?
I did, but I watched it so long ago that I don't really remember. The only thing I remember from that show is the dance they did to like while the school shooting was happening.
Oh yeah, I
That's
don't
the
even remember that part.
only thing I remember.
Well, there's also like a past life connection type thing in that. So do
Oh,
you believe in past lives?
I think so. I think that I have been around. I've maybe been around for a little bit, but not a long time.
Not like
Although
Joey, where it's like, you're brand new.
I know that's what I literally think about that. Um, although I am curious to see because I've not gotten a chance to travel to a lot of Europe.
Oh, uh-huh.
So I'm curious to see,
If
like,
you remember.
well, not if I remember, but if I have like a very intense connection or feeling to any place in Italy, because Italy is someplace I've been so excited to go for so long, mainly because of Rome, because I've always been intrigued about of Rome and also Greece, which obviously isn't in Italy, but just like that the whole mythology around those things.
Oh, like I like Roman mythology and Greek mythology. Yeah,
Yeah.
mythology is very fascinating to me.
Yeah, same.
I almost checked out a book about how Atlantis. So there's a theory that Atlantis was actually the Minoans in Greece who had the Minotaur. Um,
Oh.
yeah, I just love that shit, and I don't know if it's because I watched Indiana Jones as a child, like, but just there's so much that, like, by the time we were born, so much had been explored already. Like they had
Yeah.
gone to space. It's not like there were any new places to go. And so I think I really gravitated towards like unknown mysteries. And then also like I really fucked with National Treasure.
Oh, yeah. What a
That
great
movie
film.
really, like, I was like, holy shit. And I love stuff like secret society stuff.
Mhm.
But
Well, but you say that everything's already been explored except for our fucking ocean.
yeah, 5%. We've studied more of the whatchamacallit, this of space than the ocean.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fascinating.
It is like I have
Oh,
so many questions. And I think that,
about the ocean?
yeah. Um,
Go for it.
but I think that, well, before I ask the questions, I just want to say I think that we as I mean, it definitely helps us as writers that we are both curious people,
Yeah.
and are always asking questions. But I just like there's so much of the ocean. What if there are people living down there?
Oh, is that your biggest question?
Maybe.
That wouldn't even be I haven't even thought about that. That is very possible. I was more thinking about the megalodon.
Oh, sure. I mean, that actually existed.
Yeah, and it probably still exists. There's all that we're finding down there is like things that we can't comprehend living down there.
Yeah.
Um, do you think there are people in the center of the earth?
I did that conspiracy theory about people living under the earth's surface is one that I thought was fascinating.
What
Um
conspiracy theory is that?
there's a conspiracy theory that people live underneath the surface of the earth.
Oh, like mold people?
I guess so. It's like I remember getting deep into a TikTok where some guy was like, you keep saying like, oh, there are aliens, look up, but I think the aliens are going to come from below. And it's because there's a whole conspiracy theory around there are people living under the earth, and the entrance to that, this is like the theory, the entrance to that below the earth is in Antarctica.
Oh,
and
like under the ice?
Yeah, and like you can't really get to it or get any pictures of it because the government won't let you.
See, I love that. Same with area, what's the
Area 51?
51. I thought it was 51, and then for a second I gaslit myself into thinking it was 49. But also, should we write a comedy called Area 49 about like a bunker that like they shut it down because it was bad?
It was 2 before 51, so like
yes.
maybe the aliens had taken over Area 49. I love that. Like conspiracy. I think it's because I remember distinctly in world history when you learn about all the myths and you go over each country's creation myths, like there are so many similarities if you lay out world history timelines together of like, oh, a flood clearly happened at some point in humanity because it's part of like so many disparate cultures' origin stories. And like I think that anything that has been passed down is like, why do all these cultures have dragons in their? Oh, sure.
Like why is it in China and in Norway? Like those. Why are there pyramids in Egypt and in Mexico? Like these things don't make sense unless.
And we're gonna go ahead and stomp out the conspiracy theory that aliens built the pyramids because that's a terrible thing that people say. All right.
What?
Here's what
are you trying to get us not the government not to listen to this podcast?
No, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say is that people will often be like, oh, the aliens built the pyramids, but like the Egyptians at that time were fucking way smarter than apparently these people think they are. Because of course they can construct pyramids. Of course the people can do it of that time, and it's not aliens, it's the people of Egypt.
The more confusing thing though is how did that primitive technology get erased again? Because after that is still the Dark Ages and all this time when they can't do stuff like that. So it is an interesting phenomena, and also like that they all learn the technology at the same time. I don't think it's aliens, but I do think that there's a chance, kind of like Wakanda, like that quote unquote primitive societies were actually more technologically advanced, and then something happened that like wiped out that record.
I kind of have a theory that I was actually going to write this into something. There's a part of me that feels like we are not the first humans on Earth.
Ooh, and like not just evolution, like Homo erectus and all that kind of stuff. Like, what's the theory?
I mean, anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know that much, but I just feel like there's like, Earth and all that have been around for billions of years. It feels like it's been long enough for us to at least go through 2 cycles of evolution in humanity.
Oh, like that's fascinating.
Like we got wiped out. Like there was a point, and I think this is interesting because there was a point where Earth.
Also, do you like how we didn't have topic lists, so now we're just talking about conspiracy theories?
Love it. There was a point where I think it was actually 3. There was a point where at least 2 planets in the solar system were habitable. Earth and Venus, because they have
water.
Yeah, well, they've tried, like they've been able to tell that, like, oh, at one point this was like a feasible planet to live on. So it's like, what happened to, like, was there had to probably have been life on Venus, and like,
what happened to that life?
Are we the life from Venus?
Oh shit, that is crazy. Like, did we figure out how to like transplant our did we start our evolution again on a different planet?
Did we fuck up Venus and then make our way to the next habitable planet?
I love the idea that humans just, no matter what, keep fucking up wherever they are, and they have to keep respawning. They're like, shit, not
God
again.
Damn it. Okay. It's like that 30 Rock joke where they're like, shut it down.
Yeah. Oh, I really like that theory. I also love can you talk about your Bermuda Triangle idea?
Oh, God, I haven't thought about that in a minute.
Wasn't it something like dinosaurs still exist in the Bermuda? Like there's a time warp?
It was like, because there was a point, I forgot I was writing that. I need to look
like
at
the Bermuda
again.
Triangle also, that's a mystery that captivated me as a child.
Same. There was a point, this was like a hurricane that happened sometime in the last 10 years. I cannot remember when, but there was a really fucking weird point because hurricanes in that area around like the Bermuda Triangle and like Florida always end up like kind of washing shit up.
Yeah.
But there was a point where it stayed in one spot for a weirdly long time. The hurricane, and I was like, what the fuck is it digging up? And so the idea was that like there's like a hidden treasure on this like island in the Bermuda Triangle, and it gets uncovered by a hurricane. And on the island, because you're in the Bermuda Triangle, there's like all of this like everything that you thought was lost to the world is kind of there. So there's like dinosaurs,
so good,
mammoths, and like ships that you thought were shipwrecked, like that kind of stuff.
Dodo birds, saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, fucking love saber-toothed tigers,
dude. That is like giant sloths.
Yeah,
that is so good.
I know. I should write that again.
Also, wasn't the beginning that like either like a dinosaur or some ship like washed up in Florida or something, but like perfectly preserved?
Oh, no.
Well, that's a good beginning.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll take it.
Like a ship. There is this place in the Black Sea that I think it's the Black Sea that the level of soot that's down there preserved all of these ships that got lost in transit, and they found a ship recently, I think from like the 1500s, where they still recovered, like the rope is still tangible, and they're just discovering this layer underneath this soot that like is preserving everything. And I freaking love shit like that.
That makes sense, because if you think about Pompeii, which by the way, I am like, I gotta go back to Italy to go see Pompeii. I'm endlessly fascinated about Pompeii.
Yep.
But yeah, like that's why everything is so preserved in Pompeii.
Exact. You got to write this Bermuda Triangle thing.
Oh,
it sounds so good. It also it's giving Jumanji.
Yes, and I love an action adventure.
And
I was just thinking about that recently, because I was like, what are movies, since I've been kind of in a slump and can't find inspiration anywhere. I was like, what are movies I like to watch? And I'm like, action adventures, like Jungle Cruise, that kind of shit. And I'm like, okay.
Yes. Oh, which we need to talk about. You sent me a picture of Emily Blunt and The Rock. They're starting to do press again for the Slam Machine. And The Rock is skinny now.
Yeah, I guess that's for a role.
Oh, is it for a role? Some people were saying it might be like a health thing, because I mean,
we don't want to make the same mistake that we all made that people made with Chadwick Boseman.
Exactly. But it is weird to see The Rock slim down.
Yeah, I heard it was for a role, but I could be wrong. But it is wild
for their press. I can't wait for when are we getting Jungle Cruise
2? I don't know.
Jungle Cruise 1 was good. I'm a little biased because obviously I love Emily Blunt and I love The Rock, but when I think of that movie, I really just think of the press tour.
I was going to say, I think you like the press tour more than the movie.
Yeah, I did like the press tour more than the movie, but it captured that feeling. That was like the first thing I'd see in a while. It also had kind of the like Pirates of the Caribbean feeling.
Oh, for sure.
Which I loved Pirates when that came out. Like, I just love myths and legends.
Same.
Wow.
Okay. This is good because this is helping me with my inspiration issues. Which, by the way, last night I was laying in bed and I was like, I need some inspiration, and I like went to Reddit and I was like, I'm sure there's an inspiration. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to look at Reddit. And then my mind went, well, there is a book on my bookshelf called "Read This If You Want Inspiration" by Ash Perez.
That is. Did you read it? Did you find inspiration?
I didn't read it because I didn't want to go to bed, but I did think about it.
That's great. I just went to the camp I was at was in Portland, and I went to Powell's, obviously, and my book was on display. The
nice.
Workbook, actually. Yeah, I haven't seen it like in display like that before.
Wait, did I get the title right?
Read This for Inspiration is the book, and then I wrote a workbook called Write This for Inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But yes, that is available. I think I'm excited in like exploring basically special interests again. I think that everything that we were interested in as children is the thing that is the most magical, and that like when adults get imagination right, it's like kind of going back to that childhood stuff.
For sure.
So I think that's a great place for writers to go back to. Like, what are the things we were interested in as kids?
Yeah. All of that being said, we have hit the 1 hour mark.
The end.
We are 30 minutes into the potentially final game of Sparks versus
we gotta
Atlanta.
watch it, although we can't watch it live.
Yeah, they're in Atlanta.
Oh, so you can watch it live?
It should be on League Pass.
Oh shit. Okay, well, we gotta watch that. We still, somehow the Sparks are still in it.
But by the
go
time,
ladies, go.
By the time this airs in 5 or 6 days, they probably won't be.
Maybe. Not with that attitude.
You're right. I should hold out hope.
I think we still have time. I don't think this is sudden death if they lose this one. There's still too many things that can happen.
That's true. It's a lot. The playoffs are going to be crazy.
Yeah, they're going to be nutso. Butso. My favorite kind of nutso.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Matt at camp, who I found out listens to this podcast. A lot of people are listening to this podcast, and I was like, why? And it's because I keep putting on my Instagram to listen to this podcast.
Well, hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Hope you're having, and he folds his laundry while he does like exactly what we wanted them to do.
Nice. We are nailing it. The power of suggestion.
The power of suggestion. Okay, what's a fun question? What is a topic, or what is a movie that excited you as a kid that you're going to recommend to our audience this week?
A movie that excited me as a kid. I mean, Spice World.
No, like a magical like a magical realism or adventure. Like, speaking of Jumanji, what's another one that you can recommend? Mine is Hook. If you like Jumanji, I think you'll like Hook.
Oh, I mean, I've seen Goonies more than once.
Oh, love the Goonies.
Yeah, and I love a good, like, let's travel through a cave and figure out.
And pirates.
Yeah, I really do gravitate towards pirates and treasure, but not Pirates of the Caribbean, because fuck Johnny Depp.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want a Johnny Depp-less movie, and you want the Goonies is what's his name? New Academy Award winner, plays Data in the Goonies, and also Sean Astin, who is
Samwise Gamgee.
Frodo, Samwise Gamgee. There's a lot of people that you'll recognize in the Goonies. Martha Plimpton is in the Goonies.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman. What is his? Is it Ki Hei Kwe? I think is his name. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. But great movie. Should watch if you haven't seen the Goonies, or if you haven't seen Hook. Those are great, like, children imagination movies.
For sure.
All right, everyone. As usual, thank you for liking, rating, and listening. We appreciate you. If you want to send us suggestions, send it to now that's what I call podcast@gmail.com.
If you want to send us questions, send it to that email address as well. Or if you want to send us $10 to do whatever you want us to do for 20 seconds.
Yeah, someone's gonna do it one of these days. If maybe it'll be us at this point.
We just do it. We just do it back and forth to each other.
Yeah, the same $10 goes back and forth to each other. I think it was $20 for 10. I don't even remember how much it was. Send us any amount of money and we'll do it.
If it's a reasonable request.
Yes. And write a review or review us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts because that helps.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.